Hi, this is Greg from Culture Fiend. In this episode, I'm going to be discussing and reviewing Ty Segall's new album, Hello Hi. Ty's album is his first since 2021's Harmonizer and Whirlybird. Whirlybird was his soundtrack that he did towards the end of the year. Where Harmonizer was an all out rocking affair, Hello Hi is mostly acoustic, but there's a fair bit of electric bits on Hello Hi as well, so it's not as pastoral as one might think. Hello Hi could also be called Segall's lockdown or pandemic album, as it was recorded in 2020 during the height of the pandemic in his Topanga home studio. If you look at the album art for this album, the album art shows Ty Segall perched up on a tree on his Topanga property, and it's a fairly stark indication of the contents inside, which can at times be eerie and kind of moody. This album is a perfect album for like a Saturday morning. It's a great rainy day album. It overall, I would say this is a pretty great album just in general. Besides the album art being fantastic, the tunes are fantastic. Everything makes sense. It's concise. It's one of Ty Segall's most coherent albums. There's not a whole lot of meandering or any filler on this album. Excuse me. Hello Hi shows all of Segall's influences, and they're all in full force on this album as well. And you can hear shades of Donovan, you can hear touches of Bowie, Lennon, and most importantly, and I think this one's here in spades just because of the glammy aspect of some of Ty Segall's output, is Mark Bolan. And the guitar picking and arpeggios and solos on this album are also tremendous, and I don't say that lightly. Hello Hi is a short album for Ty Segall. That's kind of standard. It clocks in about 34 minutes, and it features about 10 songs. So like I said before, it is concise. The first track on the album, Good Morning, opens the album with plaintive acoustic strumming pattern before Ty Segall's falsetto kicks in, and he has this eerie chorus effect that he attaches to his vocal. Good Morning sounds like what you'd kind of imagine what waking up from a fever dream would feel like. All the while you're trying to wake up ever so gently, and you hear this eerie voice, and that kind of sets the tone for the whole album as the falsetto and the crooning does not disappear. It just kind of sets a mood and a tone, which is, I don't know if I'd say the word ominous, but just kind of foreboding. The following track, Cement, accentuates the la la la's that you heard in the opening track of Good Morning, and these weird guitar chords that they're kind of disjointed, but they flow together really well. And the chorus returns and again kind of emphasizes this disorienting vibe that you're getting from this album. You don't know where Segall is going to go from there. There's a kind of Sid Barrett influence on this track, and I can't put my finger on it, but it just has this whole, it doesn't feel out of place, but it just contributes to the eerie vibe. The next track, Over, is kind of like a penultimate track or number that nudges the album forward. It's this acoustic, just kind of folk music. It's free of the eerie chorus. It's kind of free of what came before, but it's real gentle, and it pushes the album straight forward and leads into the title track of Hello Hi. Hello Hi features a rockier la la that transforms into a hi hi, referencing the choruses that came before, and Segall's falsetto as well as his fuzzed out guitar, which makes its welcome return. It's the first raucous song on the album that features a tremendous guitar solo. From there, the album shifts kind of in the classic rock territory with Don't Lie, which is a glorious cover of the Mantles lo-fi track, which riffs on the Byrds' I'll Feel a Whole Lot Better. And I'm Looking at You is kind of a leftover from Harmonizer, which features a full band effort that features Charles Mouthard on drums and Ben Boy on the Rhodes keyboard. I'm Looking at You conjures images of John Lennon at times and is one of the definite highlights of the album, complete with a fuzzed out guitar solo. So on this portion of the album, Ty's kind of kicking it into high gear, and it all leads up to two great tracks in a row. Well, kind of four great tracks in a row, leading into Saturday Part 1 and 2. There would be the two, the other would be the previous two. And Saturday is kind of like a study in isolation and loneliness. You could tell there are hints that Ty recorded this during the pandemic. It's kind of written all over the wall and in the song. Saturday's great. Part 1 is epic, and then Part 2 is kind of like the fuck yeah. It's cathartic. It's a great tune on this album. The album closes out with a gentle and folky Distraction as Ty Segall says goodbye. But who knows where he's going to go from here, wherever he goes. I would hope it's not soon, but because Ty has a predilection for cranking out music, but I would want to savor Hello Hi a little longer, as it's a great album. I think if I were to give Hello Hi a score, I think I would give this one a 10 out of 10. It's just a solid record, and it makes me want to hear more, mainly just of this album in this period in time, but also for more Ty Segall in the future.